Hi everyone, my name is Gray from THICCLY, and here I have my neighbor Richard, and we are going to be reporting over some tea.
Hello.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Richard has brought some imported plants over from Vietnam to Singapore, and we are going to be reporting this very beautiful billy. And when it comes to importing new plants, it's important that we get them into an airy mix as soon as possible, so that they don't feel as much stress after being transported across borders, flying on airplanes, and generally being put into a bag and so on. So you can see that the roots are pretty moist, but there's no root rot, nothing, just a few damaged leaves that we can probably remove. And we will be able to nurse it back to health, and hopefully it will grow thickly very soon. Okay, so without further ado, here is the aroid mix that we had. So we have this substrate, the mix available on our website, but if you're overseas, we make the mix, the formula available as well, so that we don't have to ship all of this bulk substrate overseas to you, and that way we are helping to save the environment. So a lot of times, if you have rock amendments like perlite and so on in the mix, what you want to do is to spray it down so that you don't breathe in any of the rock dust, and that helps you to be gardening for a long time. So over here, we have our Gen 1 Eater grow bag that I've given to Richard a while back. And this is what we're going to use, because this guy is going to grow very big and it needs a very sturdy pot to start growing in. So over here, what we're going to do is to put 1 inch of substrate into the bag first, and after that we can put the plant in. So we have with us over here the Gen 3 large GrowPole that I'm going to show you how we're going to fold into a GrowPole shortly. So this is actually the Gen 3.1 large GrowPole. And it's 3.1 because we've made some improvements to the design. This is something that everyone's been telling us that they really want from us for the past half a year. So after looking at the Gen 3 GrowPole, we have made some improvements, including some clipless fingers that allows you to actually assemble this with minimum amount of clips possible. So let us start by gently folding the crease in. Okay, so this is not sped up, although we might speed it up later. And we are going to show you how easy it is to install all of this. So just gently crease it. You don't want to fold it onto itself fully, because that way you might weaken the plastic. So now that you have creased it, what we want to do for Gen 3, instead of starting from the top like Gen 2, you want to start from the middle. And once you have done that, it's going to form into this pole shape straight away. Okay, so we just need to keep all of it in, and you will have a GrowPole ready in no time. Okay, and it's all done. So we're going to use the one we made earlier because we have already dirtied this up. Okay, what we want to do is there are slight angles at the back where you want to put a piece of either coconut chip or a piece of perlite to keep it propped open. So what it does is it allows the roots to grow through the back of the pole and latch itself into the substrate, so that when the plant grows heavy, it doesn't tip the pole forward. Okay, so over here, let us squeeze the pole in with the plant. Okay. Okay, so over here what we want to do then is to fill up the pole with substrate. Just a lot of dust. Yeah, more water. Okay. So what you notice with the Gen 3 is that it is closed back. So what happens is you're not going to have substrate falling through the back of the pole, and that really helps to keep your potting session much neater than the Gen 2. But of course, we have followers for Gen 2, and we are not going to finish that product line. We are not going to end that product line because we have so many great feedback about the Gen 2 as well. It's just that at THICCLY, we want to continue to innovate about our product and make sure that we get the best product for your plants and also for the environment as well. So look at how easy it is to basically shake the substrate into the pole. So what you want to do now is usually when you have substrates, you do not really want to add it to the top of your plant. But with our mix, it's so airy, you can put it on top of the plant to stabilize it, and it will not suffocate your plant roots and cause you to grow. So we have a video called Overwatering is a Myth. So if you want to understand how root rot happens and why people think that overwatering is a problem, watch that video and you learn to take better care of your plants. Yeah. So now we are going to just do a time lapse of us doing up all the other plants. Yeah. Thank you. So we are all done with repotting the plants, and we are going to water them shortly. So follow us back to keep track of the growth on our plants. Thank you. Thanks, Richard.